welcome back to another episode of Steve Out and About. Hey man, I've been trying to get this video out for 2 months. I made it sometime in early June. I had to edit and everything, and I finally got it all together. So, I mean, I'm about 2 months late, but I don't know if it's going to be enjoyable to anybody. It's just a little piece of history I wanted to put out there, and I run into some problems getting it. I did a video about Dutch Gap, about Pocahontas and John Rolfe over yonder. Well, their only great grandson is buried right down the road down here. I've known about it all my life. I've never been back here before, and it was an experience for me. This area, Virginia, gets a rap for being high in history for the Civil War, but we had a whole lot to do with the pre-colonial and colonial days also. A lot of people that helped build this country were in Virginia, and there's a lot of spots in Virginia that are that have a lot of that earlier 1600s, 1700s history in it, other than Jamestown area. And I just thought it'd be interesting to go down yonder and take some pictures. I was going to do a video down there, but his crypt is right in the middle of a neighborhood. It's almost sitting in somebody's front yard. The fellow was cutting his front yard, and there was a party going on, a pool party or family get together, something across the street. So I just snapped a couple quick pictures and come out, and I did a voiceover on them, just talking about them. And so it's kind of a jumbled mess, but I wanted to put it out, so I did. And then I took you on down to the park where I usually walk at. There's used to be a big signal tower down there from the Union soldiers when they were encamped in this area. The Union soldiers done a lot of damage in this area as far as destroying things. They destroyed the site of Henricus. They destroyed his crypt down yonder. Bolling, John Bolling is his name. And so they had to rebuild all that stuff because they were encamped all through here. And but that signal tower down there, Grant and Lincoln had a meeting down yonder. Grant had a headquarters right across the river over in Hopewell, down there at Appomattox Manor. Lincoln come over there to visit him too. I think over there his son come with him, Todd Lincoln, the one that died. So, but y'all enjoy it. Get from it what you can. And we'll talk to y'all later. We'll let it play now. It's Sunday afternoon. I'm getting ready to run over and check on Mama. I figured if the park wasn't too busy, I'd show you where I took a walk at, and do another little Steve Out and About video. There's some history over there near that park. Just kind of show you around. It kind of goes off of the Dutch Gap video I did. Some of the same people are buried over yonder, and we'll check it out if it ain't too busy. It's right in the middle of a neighborhood, so might not be able to get to it, but we'll see. Alright, here we are at that little park I go to. It's just a county park. Got little tennis courts, some new pickleball courts through yonder, basketball hoops, and some in the football field. He's over there cutting the football field. This road is the reason I walk over here. It's paved. It's relatively flat. It's dry in the bad weather. You ain't walking in the mud and gravel and stuff. It's about 8/10 of a mile if we take this loop all the way around. And if I cut across football field, it makes about 9/10 of a mile. But I don't ever take that. I always go one way and turn around and come back the other. Then you got a little playground over here to the right. Baseball and softball fields over yonder. What I usually do is I go down to the next entrance to all these parking lots, like right here, and I'll walk through that parking lot back down the way I came, then back up, so I cover my extra couple of tents for a mile that way. And then you got little trails over yonder going to the woods, picnic tables, and they got a fishing spot down there on the river, just over the hill there, about a couple hundred yards. They got a little spot along the river there you can go fishing in. So, but I usually make 4 trips around. Gives me about, I don't know, 3.5, 4 miles in an hour. I walk for about an hour and 15 minutes. We'll go over here and park or something I want to show y'all over here. A big soccer field, usually on the weekends, that's slammed full of people. This is that thing I wanted to show y'all out here. It's a plaque. It talks about Cobbs Hill Signal Tower. Used to stand over here in this field, also known as Butler Signal Tower. He's the one that done a lot of canal building over there at Dutch Gap. It said it stood 110 foot tall. It was to communicate with troops along the James River and Appomattox. 1864, the Confederates attempted to shell the tower with a rifled Whitworth gun located near Ruffin Mill, which is directly behind us, about maybe a mile or so. It says over 90 rounds were fired, but none hit the tower. Abraham Lincoln visited the tower site in 1865. So about 160 years ago. So I could have been taking my walk, and him and Grant would have been over there talking about progress of the war. Because right across the woods over yonder, you got to go across the river. That's the town of Hopewell. And Grant had his headquarters over there during the siege of Petersburg. And Lincoln visited that too with his young boy, Todd Lincoln, I believe his name was. But anyways, we'll get on over to the little gravesite I see, that's over yonder. It's Pocahontas' great-grandson, the only one she had. Well, that was a bust. Kind of figured it might be. Being a weekend and all, people cutting grass. Across the street, they're just having some kind of family get-together, I guess. Bunch of people out. So I just took a couple of quick snaps, and I'll put them on the end here and tell you a little bit about the Mr. Rolfe himself, and read the headstone to you, see what it says, and we'll go from there, I guess. Y'all take care. This is a little marker out there next to the main road. It's actually in somebody's front yard next to a crepe myrtle tree. It's probably 15-20 yards off the road. If you weren't looking for it, you'd probably miss it. But it's for the Mr. Bolling's marker. I'll put the inscription on it down in the video description if you want to take time to read it. This here's that little marker. You can see there's a little knee wall behind it, probably about 3 foot. Made out of that stone, probably about a 20-foot square there. But Mr. Bolling was born in 1676 on Kippax Plantation, which was in Charles City County at that time, but it's part of the city of Hopewell now. And he died right here at Cobbs Point. which was actually in Henrico County back then, but it's part of Chesterfield now. And he married a lady named Mary Keenan in 1697 at St. John's Church up in Richmond. That's actually a place where Patrick Henry gave his Give Me Liberty or Give Me Death speech. So it ain't much. That was just the highlights of him, but there's a lot of little places like this all through the area, and people never even realize what they're driving by, how much history's been right around here, historical happenings and people. It's just kind of interesting to me. Hope you enjoyed it, and I appreciate you watching.